don't like Hasan. In fact, I hate Hasan. And I've mentioned this in videos past, and I've always planned on making a video about him, but I didn't really have a good idea what to make the video about because he is a very political streamer, and politics are something that I don't really know anything about, so I wouldn't really know what to exactly talk about with him just being a bad person. That was until last week. Hello, Heralds, and welcome to The Harbinger. I'm your host, PVZ, The Harbinger, here today to talk about how bad a person Hasan is. Hasan has said and done a lot of bad things over the years, but none of them compare to the absolute atrocity that he has done recently.
Did he say America deserved a tragedy?
Worse.
Did he participate in a violent riot?
Even worse.
Did he get shucked off by a CEO for a company that he works for?
Way worse. He used a shock collar on his dog.
Holy fuck.
In all seriousness, Hasan has recently been outed as an animal abuser due to this clip.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
I don't really care how you put it. This clip is very clearly him using a shock collar, and that's not even me being a number one Hasan hater. When I initially watched the clip, I just thought it was public knowledge that he used a shock collar, and the clip was bad because he used it when he shouldn't have. I mean, Hasan literally just yells at a dog and grabs something off screen, and the exact same he grabs something, the dog yelps and flinches and lay down. And there's just no denying that that's a shock collar. The dog didn't snag its leg on the bag. You can clearly see the dog's paw in the video is just sitting normal until the shock. And if a dog snagged its paw, its immediate reaction would not be to lay back down. It would be to examine the paw. Also, you don't see the dog touch anything when it snags. It puts its leg down and then brings it up immediately. It's not like it's putting its leg down and then in between it putting it down, it hits something and it pushes it back up. It puts its leg all the way down and then yanks it up. The fact that a dog immediately lays back down tells me he's specifically trained a dog to lay down after it gets shocked. Hasan has tried to disprove the collar being a shock collar by showing it off and saying it's just a vibration collar. But people have noticed that there is electrical tape on the collar and that the design does not match the vibrating model. And also pointed out by X2C, the Apple tag is on a different side than it is normally, meaning that this is evidence of Hasan tampering with the collar. Also, Hasan says he doesn't actually reach for a button, which counters the fact that it's just a vibrating collar. If it's just a vibrating collar, and that's what you're reaching for, why wouldn't you just say that's a vibrating collar? There's also multiple clips where he's talking about having a trainer who uses shock collars, and that at one point he also used a shock collar. This isn't really direct evidence that he uses a shock collar. This is just showing that he is willing to put up with it and he is okay with using one, and that he at one point owned one. And as the story progresses, there is a lot more stuff that's happening. I mean, every day new evidence, new clips, and new everything comes out. I mean, this plot is thickening so much. It's really hard to kind of put everything into one video and have it be very cohesive because so much stuff is happening. The narrative is changing so much. There's so many new clips of him saying, "Oh, it's a shock collar. Oh, I have two collars. Oh, shock collars aren't that bad." It's just everything he says and does just reeks of lies and manipulation. No matter what new stuff comes out, it just comes down to him lying and manipulating and doing all this other stuff. But let's just pretend for a second that he's telling the truth, and it's not a shock collar. The way he treats his pet is still horrible. He's literally trained her to sit still for hours, and then gets mad when she moves at all. There's so many clips of him just getting mad at her moving. I mean, the initial clip, she just gets up off the bed for a second. Like, literally. She could be stretching. She could be going to get water. She could be going to get food. Like, seriously, why are you mad at her? She legitimately didn't do anything. And he sits there and he says that she's being spoiled. Like, literally, she's being spoiled for what? Walking? Is that like a privilege to him? To walk? And he comes up with just this bullshit excuse as to why she sits all day. This is just such a bad excuse. A dog sitting for hours, just in this singular spot, is just not how dogs act. Your dog sitting on the floor for a few seconds isn't going to do anything. Just let her walk around and tell her to sit in the bed when she tries to sit on the floor. But apparently he loves this dog more than anything. For someone who loves his dog so much, you sure didn't care when she yelped out in pain. And he's just training this dog to sit still. In what purpose is it? Besides the stupid "oh, her joints," what is the purpose of wanting her to sit down all day? Like, the only thing I can think of is just to be a background prop for your stream. There's literally no point in training her to do such a thing. And there's a reason other dogs are trained. You got dogs who are drug sniffing, you got dogs who are hunting for animals, you got dogs who actually do something. Your dog is sitting down. Is that really what you're training her for? Like, what's the reason you're doing that? Other than to be a prop for your stream, which is just horrible. Hasan is also just handling this situation horribly. He's making dumb posts like this. Honestly, I don't believe this is real. There's just no way someone genuine believes that this is an attack on him. I'm sorry, but no one is this stupid. I genuinely cannot believe that someone is this stupid to say something like this. Like, this has to be him poking fun. There's no way that this is real. There's also the clip of him going after Moist Critical. Apparently being afraid of airplanes means he can't be trusted. Hasan will put his trust in an actual terrorist, but someone who doesn't like a massive vehicle flying thousands of miles in the air that has in the past caused many deaths is where Hasan draws the lines. If Hasan thinks airplanes is a dumb fear and a reason why someone shouldn't be trusted, he's gonna hate what I'm afraid of. Just because Charlie doesn't know you personally doesn't mean he can't tell what kind of person you are. One look at Hasan's history, and you can tell that he's just a horrible person who absolutely would shock his dog. Everyone protecting him is also just dumb as hell. I mean, look at this clip from Frogan.
And then Hasan got canceled. For what? Or for Kaya. That's a disaster. I've been seeing that shit all over my timeline. But he cleared his name.
You want me to go and put a certain collar on my body and be like, this is wrong. This is it. Is that what you want me to do?
Dude, the whole shock collar thing was crazy.
It is. I couldn't even be on fucking Twitter today. Every post was about the shock collar gate.
Oh my god, the way
shock gate.
Whenever I see you on Saturday, or actually no, I'll tell you, I'll text you later. The I need to talk about certain people.
I already know who it is. I already know who it is, and I've already seen it.
And you already probably know what I'm gonna say.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I literally took a nap to like zone in because I was like, I literally could expose this person right fucking now. But I'm not going to. I'm gonna go to bed.
Tell them.
No, don't
say it.
I would. I just hate people. But yeah, no, the collar gate is crazy.
It's so stupid.
What are your thoughts on shock collars?
I don't agree with them.
I don't
but
agree with
I
them
understand
either.
why I know why they exist. I would rather a shock collar than a prong collar. But they also make them that don't shock. They just vibrate.
It made me think of Jenna Marbles' pet dog. People are so annoying with drama.
I just know certain people actually killed their dog and they have like opinions about it. And I'm just like, you need to like relax.
I'm just like, I just think so many people are like just jumping on it. And I'm like, I don't know.
As someone who's bought a designer dog, you gotta flaunt that. You gotta flaunt a designer dog. You have to.
While
Yeah, so that's my feelings on Shockgate. I don't want to say any more because I'm like, this is,
I don't either. Like he debunked
God
it.
forbid somebody comes over and is like, oh, they there.
He literally debunked
okay.
it. He showed the fucking collar on stream. Like, what more can be done?
People are being like, he taped this area to hide something. I'm like,
He debunks it.
No, he does not. He does not. He doesn't even show the collar the same day. He shows it a day after. So literally, he could have went out, bought a completely new collar, show that on stream, and say that was the old collar. But he isn't even smart enough to do that. He literally just takes the old collar and puts tape on it. And he doesn't even show the collar off very well. He just puts his hand over and goes, oh, look. He doesn't provide the model number. He doesn't provide the remote. He doesn't provide anything. He doesn't show anything. All he does is like, look at the stupid collar. Look at it. I'm not gonna keep it still. I'm gonna move it over and over and over here. It's like, it's so stupid. He does not debunk it. And he doesn't even provide, like, good evidence or a convincing argument as to it being a vibrating collar. The guy in this clip is also dumb as hell. What do you mean the tape means nothing? Why would he put tape if it meant nothing? Why isn't there a bunch of hair on the tape? Like, legitimately. Also, I put in the script, what do you mean the tape means nothing? You're suck Hasan writer. I don't know why I put that there. I don't know what that means. There's also this post writing Hasan. Using his dog collars for clicks and views is definitely proof that he's not abusive. Yeah, by this same logic, a father who beats his wife 364 days a year, but celebrates her birthday once, isn't abusive. And, like, the more time goes on, like I said earlier, the more clips, and there's more people like Valkyrie, who says, it's not a shock collar, blah 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 blah. Yeah, the person who is literally riding Hassan's is going to not be on his side and not lie with him? Sure. There's QT Cinderella, I think that's her name, I don't know, I don't care. Basically saying, oh, it is a shock collar, but the prongs are removed and there's tape over it, so it can electrocute. And then there's people like Denim saying, oh, it's a vibrating collar. They're all going against each other with their statements, they're all just lying, just making up stuff to push a narrative that he isn't using a shock collar. When I think it's very clear it is a shock collar. I've always hated seeing the dog in Hassan's background because it made me feel bad for it. Even though there was no evidence of him being abusive before, I just felt bad because I thought that dog should deserve a good home with someone who is good. But after this incident, I can confidently think that she deserves a better home. Sorry for this video being kind of all over the place. Everything, like I said, it's happening so fast. So many new clips, so many new things. Hassan rewriting the story every 2 seconds. Other Hassan are doing all this other stuff. There's so much stuff going on. So many clips proving that he's just a bad person who takes bad care of his dog. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if it's a shock collar or if it's not. He's still just a bad person who does bad things and is handling the situation horribly and who is just not treating the dog properly, even if it's just vibrating. But I think that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and consider subscribing. Also, I don't know how to spell collar. For this whole script, I spelt it C-O-L-O-R. So if you could leave a comment below to tell me how to spell it, that would be greatly appreciated. Remember, reap what you sow, and bye-bye.